parachuting any amount of soldiers into the middle of Iran is just pure suicide. They are bound to be either killed or captured in the process, which would be completely humiliating for Trump and Netanyahu. You're absolutely right in that Iran is much more unified than ever before. So in June, there was a 12-day war. And in the first few days, Israel was very successful in decapitating the regime. A lot of generals, a lot of scientists, a lot of high officials of the Iranian government were being targeted and were being killed. But that attack expended a lot of Israeli resources in terrain. They had spent years developing intelligence, human intelligence networks that were uncovered because of this 12-day war. Also, because of the indiscriminate killing during the 12-day war, the Iranians struck back hard against Israelis, and it really unified the people. The Iranian government was much more resilient and much more resolved than the Israelis predicted. They actually believed that airstrike decapitation would basically destroy the government, as though it were a house of cards. You fast forward to January, where there were these mass protests across the country, and we know that this is a part of the classic color revolution playbook, where Mossad agents were embedded among the protesters. Many of these protesters were paid agents and saboteurs developed by the Israeli over a number of years. But the Iranians were able to close off the internet and jam Starlink and discover these cells. So another way of saying this is that the Israelis had spent years in building up networks throughout Iran that they could use for this war. But because of the 12-day war and because of January protests, these networks have been destroyed, so that the government in Iran is much more unified, much more coherent than ever before. And that presents a problem for ground invasion, because it is the American military doctrine to use as many proxies as possible. Now, a few days ago, there was talk of the Americans bringing the Kurds into the war from Iraq. There's also talk of bringing the Sunni ISIS insurgents from Iraq into the war. And as of today, we've discovered that the Kurds have refused this American offer to join the war. And if America were to launch a ground invasion, it would have to do so by itself. And quite honestly, I would not know how it would actually launch the ground invasion. For a ground invasion to work properly, they need to mass forces. That means bringing at least 500,000 soldiers into the Middle East and preparing them for a full-scale ground invasion through either Pakistan or through Iraq. And right now, the GCC countries are being bombarded by drones and ballistic missiles. And so it'd be very hard for troops to be prepared and to be staged properly. So the ground invasion is part of a plan, but I don't really know the specifics of how they would accomplish such a ground invasion.